Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is how to live stream and add the webcam to your live stream and recordings. Alright, so first things first, you're gonna need obviously the game that you're gonna play and stuff like that. But anyway, you're gonna need audio. Audio is very, very important, and especially if you're live streaming. So you're gonna need a mic, right? So me, I'm using Samson C01U Pro. I got this for like 250 rands, which is like $250 or less actually. The reason I did that is because my headset mic is fucked up. Alright, so instead of buying new headsets, I decided to buy the mic because it was around the same price. For these headsets were like 280 and this like 250. Right, so this is second hand, by the way, guys. Second hand mic, and then you also gonna need your mobile device. You're gonna need a stand, of course, and then you also gonna need a light, right? So once you got all of this, you're gonna need an app. So you're gonna install this app on your PC. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Iriun, something like that. Something like that. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's IRIUN, right? You're gonna need this app. You install it on your PC. It's completely free, right? And then you're gonna install it on your mobile device as well, right? So we're gonna come here. Once you installed it on both devices, just make sure that the devices are connected to the same network, right? And then after that, you're gonna open the app on your mobile device. Then once you open the app, it's gonna show you a message like this, right? So you can just open the app on your PC as long as they're connected on the same network. It doesn't matter whether or not like the PC is connected using a LAN cable or not, right? So anyway, you're gonna open the thing on your phone, and then after opening it, you open it on your PC. And then after opening it, wait a few seconds, and then it's gonna start displaying, right? And then after you do that, you can now add these to your streaming software, to the streaming software of your choice, right? So for me, I'm using TikTok Live Studio. So I've added, you see, I don't know if you can see this. I've added the thing, right? And then obviously now you're gonna set up your thingy, and then you're gonna add the cam. Oh, also I need to show you how to add the cam. Let me start from scratch. So in order to add the cam using Iriun, because I don't know how to pronounce it and I need to explain this, I'm gonna call it Iriun, right? So anyway, we're gonna go to add source. After adding source, you're gonna go to camera, right? Add the camera, and then after you select the camera, obviously you're gonna press add. After doing that, you're gonna come here at cameras, like available cameras. You wanna select the Iriun Webcam, right? Then after you select it, it's gonna appear here, and then you can just customize it however you want, you can set your FPS and stuff like that. Because I'm using a slow network, I just leave it as it is, and then I just crop it here. It was added, right? And then I just crop it and do like all those things so that it ends up looking like this. You understand? And then once you've done that, my friend, you are done, right? So it's just a matter now of your streaming software capturing your mic audio and then your game audio, and then you just open the game of your choice. If you look at here, for example, on my sources, I have this is AC2, this is Assetto Corsa Competizione, and then I also have Cast iOS. So Cast iOS is for when I'm playing PUBG Mobile on my iPad, right? So I just cast it here, and then it's gonna display here, hence it wrote casting disconnected. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, this is how I stream and this is how I set up my thingies, right? So now to explain why I'm using these instead of this, instead of the cam. This is a Canon EOS M50, and then I also have this one. This is a Nikon D3200 with 32 millimeter f1.8, right? And then also I have these and I have these. So these are my most expensive things. Like, the reason I'm not using them is this. One, to set up this mic, it's a lot of work in a sense that there's a lot of wiring that has to be done, because in order to connect this mic you need the XLR cable that's gonna go from this mic to the interface, right? And then also you're gonna need a cable that goes from the audio interface to the PC, right? And then you have to do that every flipping time you wanna stream. And then with the cameras, this ones, to add these, you're gonna need a lot. You're gonna actually spend a lot of money. Like, you need a cam link or like whatever capture card that you can get your hands on, and then you're gonna need HDMI for it, that goes from the cam. I don't know if, yeah, I opened it. You see, you're gonna need HDMI that goes from here to the capture card, and then from the capture card to the streaming PC, right? So it's just a lot of work and a lot of things to set up. And also, if we don't count buying the capture cards and stuff like that, there's also that issue whereby you have to buy a dummy battery for this. You know what I mean? And then there's also that issue whereby with these old school cameras like the D3200, it overheats. So you could be streaming and in the middle of streaming it just cuts off because it overheated, right? So unless you can afford, you know, the Canon M50 or something mirrorless, then I would say, yeah, go the route of using these as your main cams, right? But other than that, I wouldn't suggest it, because there's also that issue with light. So the iOS on my phone is not the same thing as on the cam, right? I'm not gonna lie, the cam actually gives you like a better, you know, viewing angle and stuff like that. This ring light is making things difficult. You can't see it. It gives you a better view, and it gives you a lot more control over the phone, but it's gonna cost you a lot more, right? But if you're just getting started like me, I'll say just go this route up until you can afford to buy the fancy equipment. And then once you do that, just buy yourself the lights, buy the mic, a mic like this or a streaming mic. And then also in terms of like using a mic like this, you're gonna need to set up your room for acoustics. I'm lucky because there's a lot of things in my room, so the reverb is not that much. But if you're working in an empty room, like, the reverb is a nightmare, especially when you're using these mics, right? So otherwise, hope you all enjoyed, hope you learned something. Please leave a like and a subscribe, and hit the subscribe button and the alert button. That would really mean a lot to me, and then I would really appreciate it.